All right, everyone, I'm going to be giving you my full review of my new air purifier. This is the Levoit Vital 200S-P Smart Air Purifier. It has so many great features and it works really nicely. We're dealing right now in the United States with some of the smoke from the Canadian wildfires, and this has been a lifesaver. So I want to show you how simple it is to use and a little bit about the filtration system. All right, so first I just want to go ahead and go inside of the air purifier to show you what we're dealing with in terms of the filters, okay? Because you are going to need to take some of this apart to clean it and replace it, and I want to show you how very simple that is. All right, this front piece pops off just like that. Very minimal effort to get that off. The first filter here is your washable filter. All right, so it is like a screen. It's like a plasticky mesh. You can clean this right off in your sink. Anything that comes through here, your pet hair, your dust, etc. And then the third filter here is, they put this nice tab on it so you can pull it out super easily, and this is your replaceable carbon filter. Okay, you've got the carbon on the one side, you've got the filter on the next side, and everything's really clearly indicated for you, which is the front, what is the back, how you should insert this. It makes it really foolproof. Just as easy it was for me to take this apart, it is that just as easy to go ahead and put all of this back together. I'm going to do it right here in front of you before your eyes, just so you can see how truly simple and seamless this is. Done. I have taken it apart and put it back together. All right, let's talk about how customizable this air purifier is. Now, I want to make note, so I don't repeat myself as I'm showing you each feature, that this does come with an app. You can hook it up to your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, and you can actually control the entire device from an app. You can even hook it up to your Alexa or your Google Home if you so choose. I am going to show you how everything works just right here on the device. We're going to pretend the app doesn't exist for this portion of the video, and then afterwards I will show you the app interface. Everything that you can do on the app, you can do right on the machine. However, the app does give you a few more options to customize just a couple steps further. All right, let's go ahead and look at the different buttons here across the top. The very first thing you're going to notice is the middle button. You see right now it's illuminated blue, which means that the air quality is very good. Now, I love that this is a color-coded system. If the air quality starts to decrease, I will immediately know, because it will either turn green, orange, or red. Green meaning the air quality is simply good, orange meaning moderate, or red meaning bad. So I just love that quick visualization of the air quality. This first button here is just to let it run on auto. You know, if you don't want to have to think too much, you just want to turn it on and let it run the way that it wants to run, that's the button you want to hit. This next button here is for sleep mode. Really cool, actually. What you can do is when you press this, it will dim the interface, or it'll make it, maybe even potentially turn it off completely. It makes it so it's not as bright, and it puts the fan on the quietest setting so that you're not being disturbed in your sleep. And as a matter of fact, there's an additional feature, a light indication, where if it's dark in the room, that turns on automatically. Really cool. The next button here is the fan button. It lets you operate it on a low, medium, or high speed, and you can choose. For the purposes we're dealing with right now with all of the wildfire smoke, I have this running at full capacity more often than not. Obviously, your button in the center, which we already talked about, and that is also your power on, power off. This is also the button you're going to hold down to connect it to your Wi-Fi. Next is your timer. Here you can set it to run for 2, 4, or 8 hours. Again, you can customize that additionally on your phone if you so choose, but for the purpose of just using the device, 2, 4, or 8 hours. My favorite feature of all here is the lock button. I can press that button and whatever I have set this at will stay. That is especially useful if you have kiddos at home. I have 3, and my 1-year-old loves to press things and hear beeping and things that light up, and she would be all over this. So I will absolutely be using that feature. Lastly, this is a really cool feature also. You can turn off all of the lighting to have a totally nice blank interface here. So that's another thing that you can do with this. And before I take you to the app, I want to make note about how much surface area this can purify. This covers 1,875 feet That's a ton of space. That is a ton of space. For reference, right now, my house is about 3,600 square feet or so. So one floor is about 1,800 square feet. So I love that. I love that I can have one air purifier that will filter the air on the entire bottom floor of my house. In comparison, I had another air purifier from another very popular brand that I want to say was about double the price of this one, that only covers 875 square feet, which for me just isn't cutting it. All right, let me go ahead and take you into that app and show you how cool the app itself is, because the customizable options are incredible. Okay, so this is the inside of the app. The first thing you're going to see right off the bat is that my indoor air quality is very good. You'll see down here at the bottom, you can turn it on and off, you can schedule, you can set a timer, you can click into, you can toggle different features on or off, such as the light detection, the display lock. You can customize your sleep mode settings a little bit more. Just all sorts of really specific things. All the same buttons that you have are here. You have your auto button, your sleep button. This DIY button makes it so that you can set this fan to set to almost any speed that you want in increments of 10. There is a pet button that you can turn on to specifically filter for pet hair and things like that. And of course, if you just want to do 1, 2, 3, or 4 speed control, that option is also there. I do love that it gives you some education. Here I can see exactly how much life my filter still has in it. I am running at 100%, which is so great. This will keep track of my indoor air quality. Here's just, again, some more education, some articles about air purifiers. And then as far as setting this up to run with your, where was it that I saw? Oh, voice commands. That is how you're going to go ahead and connect it to your Alexa or your Google Home. All right, so again, the user interface of the app is really nice looking. Here's what the schedule button looks like, and you can create a schedule of when you want this to turn on, to turn off. I mean, honestly, there's so much to explore in this app. I'm probably not even showing you everything that it has to offer. Here's the timer feature if you want it to run for a certain amount of time. Like I said, on the device, you can only run it up to 8 hours, but inside the app, I could choose down to the minute when I want this to run for. All right, hope that helps, and this is definitely one I'd recommend.